My name is RBC Daniel, will represent the group 2 entitled Sexual Perspective of Self. So, next. So, the lesson objectives, which is explain the development of sex characteristic and human reproductive system, describe erogenous zones and understand human sexual response, understand attraction, love, and attachment, explain gender, sex, gender orientation, and sexual orientation. Identify the causes and consequences of sexually transmitted infections and early pregnancy. Reflect on the importance of contraception and reproductive health law. And for the table of contents, we have physical development, what turns people on, and sexual orientation and gender identity, triangular theory of love, marriage and family, responsible parenthood, sexually transmitted disease. But we will focus the physical development and what turns people on. The beginning of adolescence is marked by rapid physical changes which is mga nanatay mga kausaban sa tumalawas, including maturation of the reproductive system. So ang example na is doon ng bayi for girls and development of different sex characteristics. Next, the sex characteristics. So we have two kinds of sex characteristics. So which is primary sex characteristics and secondary sex characteristics. So in primary sex characteristics is physical characteristics that are present at birth. So katunay mo mga organs nga naa na siya. Di ka pag anak pa nimo naa na gid siya. So just like your vagina and your penis. So in women, these characteristics include the vagina, or that's what I say, the vagina, uterus, and ovaries. In men, the primary sex characteristics include the penis, testes, and prostate gland. So we'll proceed the secondary sex characteristics. So, developing during the onset of puberty. So, kaning part, yun natin mga, makita na ito nga, midako na ako mga muscle, uwan ako mga tingog, like just like that, burus ko na kayo, just like that. So, for women, the earliest evidence of puberty are the enlargement of the breast. So, dako ang tutoy ang uban, kay flat po siya, wala siya pag-asa. So, menstrual cycle, widening of hips, so, matang mo, budako ilang mga lubot, pero ang uban, flat yapon. So, yapon na. Enlargement of buttocks, and growth of pubic hair. So, bol. So, for the men, testicular growth. So, not sperm production, appearance of facial, pubic, and other body hair, and depending of boys are some of the first signs of puberty in men. So, katong mga tingog na kasi I say nga, katong ko sa laki, ang tingog kay mudako, mulalom, and facial, appearance of facial, so all body hair. So, just like hapon sa babae, pero ang babae kay nag-depend sa iyang organ. Next, so makuan ta kahit mo sa ako nasabtan ang hormone dyan magakuan sa uwag-uwag sa tanan. So hormone is a natural substance that is produced in the body, so influence the way the body grows and develops. So, they are the types of hormones. So daghan jud kay types ng hormones, pero tulo ra tong gi-tackle dire kay more ato madali og ila. So first we have the testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. So just like makakaan mo sa ingon na mga kuan sa LGBTQ+, na part sa LGBTQ+, ng mga members nila nga may take sila og pills or hormones nga para makuan ilahang mga dako ilang makuan sa ilang mga lawas o makuan mo produce ilang hormones para makuan ilang just like yang gusto mo dako yung tutoy sa pills. So take sila hormones, pills is like of hormones mo siya estrogen and the hormones. During puberty, testosterone and other androgens stimulate the development of primary and secondary sex characteristics and also increase sex drive. So, diri kay basta, as what I've learned dire, the developed testosterone production is fairly constant. So, nagkuan siya dire, nagdevelop siya. So, hormones. In women, the ovaries produce estrogen and progesterone as well as small amount of testosterone. So, ang ovary daw, mag-produce din siya og estrogen and progesterone, and estrogen promotes female reproductive capacity and secondary sex characteristics. So, in addition, the production of female sex hormones follows a cyclical pattern on an approximately 28-day monthly cycle. So, just like Bisaya pa nato ay naji menstruation ng bahay, just doon sila every 28 days, pero ang uban dili sila doon kay layagan kuno yan pero matakol pa na taon. And the greatest production occurs during ovulation period when an egg is released from the ovaries. So, the greatest production occurs daw kay katong mo hitabo na daw ang mo-produce na daw ang ovary og egg. So, the ovaries produce, store, and release egg cells during ovulation. So, matay ang ganina. Ovulation period can occur 14 days after the beginning of the menstrual period. So, mabalik ka pa mo siya. So, let's talk about the polycystic ovary syndrome or the PCOS. So, in PCOS, hormonal disorder common among women of reproductive age. Women with PCOS may have infrequent or prolonged menstrual periods or excess male hormones androgen levels, or the ovaries may develop numerous small collection of fluid or follicles and fail to regularly release eggs. So, muna ko ingon ninyo nga katong layagan ang bayi. So, kinahanglan dyan ito. Panitan, kung nili, kung may tan. Just like, for example, if you are a girl, di mo ko pa-explain kayo niyo. But you are a girl and your period, this month is your period but wala ka na dati period kay layaganon ka. Pero, yun, ang advice ko sa na adto ka sa OB-GYN kay para makuanan ka og resita para makuan ka kay dili healthy imong ovary kung dili every 28 days or a month no sagara na dili ka mag period. So kasagaraan ang ikuan nila kay ang uban kitagaan sila pills kay para kang hormones sila makuan nila. So next, we have the top 8 symptoms of PCOS. So in top 8 symptoms of PCOS, one is irregular or missed periods o layaganon. So you need to ato ka ubigay ni consult ang OB-GYN for your consultation. So, 2, excessive body hair growth, hirsutism. So, katuning mga balbons na katong excess na yung mga buhok. And third is acne, only skin and pimples, just like what I'm doing my face. So, there's many acne there. And the third one is a male pattern baldness of thinning in hair. Mood changes katong kanang di naka imong mood kay just like di naka masuko na ba nagamay bikil masuko dayon ka. And 6 is trouble conceiving or infertility, fatigue or excessive sleepiness kanang masan di ka explain ani jud basta dayon lower sex drive. So in this part lower sex drive nakuha na kong utok ani kaya sila lower sex drive. So without daw siya kanani dili daw kayo way gana. Pero sa radyo, if you listen a radio, especially the Brigada News FM Drive Max. So next, the reproductive system. In female reproductive system, there are 2 ovaries, the fallopian tubes, the uterus, the vagina, and the clitoris. So this part is the 6th organ. So I show the PowerPoint to you. This is the representation. Reproductive system in male. So in male reproductive system, so you have a penis, the testes, the prostate gland, the seminal vesicles, the vas deferens, the scrotum, and epididymis. So this is the male reproductive system or the sex organ of the male. So what turns people on? So sa makuan ko yung gamay diri kanang sa laki kanang what ni sa laki kay ganan sila so mga turns just like turns off, turns lights off like that nga ma-turn kanang okay kanang pasok ka dira or ma-turn kanang just like what I say for me turn on ko sa mga butang nga laglaan just like that so for what turns people on, so definition, human sexually direct stimulation arousal may be produced by direct stimulation of the body's erogenous zones. According to the Freud, erogenous zones are areas of the body that provide pleasure. So, in erogenous zones, there are genital, mouth, breast, ear, anus, and 6 it's to lesser degree the entire surface of the body. So there yung pangutanan. So, there's a question. What turns people on? So, one of the most basic sexual stimulation is masturbation of self-stimulation that causes sexual pleasure of orgasm. So especially for the boys, there's the boys turn on the masturbation, but not only the boys but also the girls or the women will know what is masturbation because women also magbuhat mo sila ani. So, pero not all human are familiar with this word masturbation. Other sexual activities such as an intimate kissing, cuddling, nickling, beating, or touching the erogenous zone may be uniquely important or sexual arousal. So, kato mga kiss, mga kodol-kodol, mga tila-tila, beating or touching. So, next, what turns people on? In many species, sexual arousal is closely tied to variation in hormonal levels and human. However, hormones play less of role. So, in many species, just like for example, just like a dog. So, dog will meet another dog which is boy and girl dog. Ano ba talaga? So, Bisaya ta. So, nailaki nga iro, tapos naibay nga, nanguwag nga iro, tapos, dili ba sa ingon nga, ang papa sa iro, at ito is una nga, muhi po yung makuan sa iya, kay buhi pa akong bana, just like sa human nga, hindi sa pahilabot kung buhi pa lang para sa mga tagkasal sila. So, ang iro, ang ubang species, makuan sila kanang, mas kuan may lang kuan good, kanang hormones ba, so, kaning hormones mo good, para sa kuha, mo ang hormones yung makadala sa uwag yun, mo yung magkuan sa uwag, yun. So, while ang tao kay, pag kailangan sa privacy gamay na dili jud kay sa nga kanang less ra ilang kuan sa kuan kanang murag something sa uwag kana ba dayon. In one sense, the brain is where sexual desire originates and where sexual behavior is controlled. Cognitive factors display an important role in sexual arousal in humans. Next, so culture also influences the expression of sexual desire. So in culture, so just like for example, there have a culture nga wala jud mga uban nagud kay mingon no kung unsa kung ikli ang suot dali ra ma-rape pero that is wrong. So kay nagiuban nga bata pa na rape, nagitiguang na rape, nagsaya pa na nagtaas pa kay na nagiuban nagibalita nga matalay pakita na rape manggali is not for dili na siya mao nga dili na siya ingon nga mubuog pang suot because it's all about respect and attitude. Also the culture. Kung unsa gitudlo sa imo nga, mo jud nay mo kuan sa imo. Kung unsa nakit-mat ani mo jud nay mo kuan sa imo. So that is a culture. And so next, William Master and Virginia Jensen used the term sexual response cycle to describe the changes that occur in the body in men and women become sexually aroused. So that's all. So excitement. So in this part, we have excitement phase. So I think there are many kind of phase, but we tackle first the excitement phase. So in the beginning of sexual arousal can last from 1 minute to several hours. So just an example, sa whole yun, ang kuan dyan ng excitement phase is to just excitement to but the first kanang una jud mo makuan ba naka-excitement just like nang madawat ko excitement ko na. Mo una nga feelings bitawag ana una nga may tabo sa mo. So pulse rate increases, so murag makulbaan ka, then blood pressure riser kung uban nga ma-excite kay mo murag high blood na noon mo daas lang mga pressure sa dugo, and the skin shows rosy flush particularly on the chest of the breast area during the phase. The nipples harden and erect both of men and women. So excitement phase in men, sa lalaki, the penis becomes erect. So Bisaya pa muutog kuno high. So the skin of the scrotum thickens and the testes increase its size. So murag mo kuan niya siya mo expand or mo increase ang kadakon. So kung gamay siya, just like this, dako jud na siya. In women, the clitoris swells, the lip of the vagina open. So sa woman po daw kung naapuday sila kuan daw, excitement ka ng something na sila yung mga libog sa Tagalog siya, libog or something. Libog lagi na siya, libog sa Tagalog. In women, the clitoris swells, the lip of the vagina open, and the inside of the vagina moistens. So magbasa kunuhay daw sa Bisaya pa. Sorry, nagbasa ra jud ko sa komanda. So nagbasa kunuhay and preparation of sexual intercourse. So just like her cuddling, ana na sa kanang mga half sex. So yana gyud mahitabo sa half sex kung something a kissing, licking, or anything else that can make you excitement. Next, so the plateau phase. So in plateau phase, the change in the body are continued Continued, breathing becomes more rapid. So, hangak na. So, something na nahitabuan ni. So, ako i-release sa kinang fiber. Something na nahitabo sa yung kinabuhi. Nanay mga miracle lang hitabo. Ang unforgettable experience of that. So, breathing becomes more rapidly. Kanang hangak or something, ana. Ana. Heart rate increases or kusog na yung pump sa imong, ay, beat sa imong heart. Body temperature rises. So, mag-init na dyan ka. So, mga yung hot na kay ko. Dayon. And blood pressure increase during these stages. Sa lalaki, and the penis become more erect. So, sa lalaki daw, mas, ang kumuutog daw ang utin sa lalaki, mas muutog pag yun daw. Bisaya na ko na kayo, sindot nyo kayo sa Bisaya, kay mas more masabtan. Dayon, the circumference of its head increase. So, ingon sila nga, ay, ulo ni mo, ulo sa ubos o ulo sa babaw. So, that is a logic of voice. So, it head increase and release few drops of fluid or just like example, the pre-cum or the ay natabi saya kay luod na kayo. The plateau phase in women, the rotor part of the vagina swells with increased amount of blood that area. Just for example, sa sa kung libawaan jud sa science sa kuha jud. Kung bago pa yung the first time, nadyo siya yung mga something. Kung first time jud daw, nadyo daw yung mga reaction sa imuha kung first time masudlan daw ka o penis. So, continue. While the clitoris stocks under the clitoral hood not remains highly sensitive. So, furthermore, vagina is a very sensitive sex organ of the female because basta alagaan nyo ang sex organ yung girls. Also boys, orgasmic bass. In orgasmic bass, orgasmic construction of the muscles happens in the release of the semen which contains the sperm cells. Men usually achieve one intense orgasms. So, for example, sa laki, kung mag-intersex na sila, mag-course, mag-jog-jog, na sila dira. Ang laki, pag pre-cam, yung pre-cam na to, ang laki, mo kuan dyan na siya, mo, just like, for example, relax, kay, basta mo na siya. Relax pa na siya, kay para mabalik ang gana. So, that is an orgasmic phase for boys or for men. So, in women, orgasm involves the construction of pelvic muscle that surround the vaginal walls can happen multiple times. So, for example, so kaning bayi daw kung paitan ang laki, kung ang laki ganado, ang bayi po daw mas kung let's talk about sa mga minute lang. Kung ang laki daw ganado, ang bayi po daw mas more nga ganado kay mukuan na siya, mura siya sa nila inversely kanang directly proportional. Pero directly proportional siya. Kung ganado ang laki, mas more ganado ang bayi. Mas hot ang laki, mas more hot ang bayi. Pero, nasa na kalahian sa end. Pag ang laki, tingnan magawasan na, reprika, may tawo na to. So, release na to mga something na release. Ang laki, mo rest pa siya para mubalik ang gana. Well, ang bayi is, that's what they say, multiple times. So, vaginal walls can happen multiple times. Last is the resolution phase. So, this for example, the low, high blood, yung low na ang low na ang, basta. The body returns to its normal state after orgasms. So, the body returns to its normal state after orgasms. So, katong, before ka nag-excitement, so, about sa resolution, mubalik yun daw siya, nga wala, tong something, murag, kanang, sakto na, murag, okay na, nandalagbaw na ka, like that. In men, the erection is lost, taste decrease in size, and the skin is scrotum then tense again. So, kato daw ang daw, ang kuan sa laki, mugamay, decrease na daw ang size, tapos, ang skin is scrotum, kaya balik daw siya o kagamay, or skin, maniwang daw balik. In women, the clitoris, the color of the outer lips of the vagina and the lips of the vagina and the lips of the vagina return to its normal state. So, hindi ko ka-relate ani kay, basta mo na to siya, mabalik yapon siya sa normal. So, that's all for today, and I am RBC Danyo representing for the group 2 and title of Sexual Perspective Solved. So, again, goodbye.